I think the bigger issue here is making sure that the hosts are organized, that you have your own details and facts about what's going on in your locale. I think there will be more efforts to buy the company and you need me to move. Yeah, I just the company and individuals like myself and others to have much more contact with the quote-unquote city halls or other elected officials in support of the hosts and the guests to have a rational regulatory scheme that allows hosts to operate and cities to get revenue and not have a negative impact on whatever other issues or challenges are going on in that particular city. So there is, I think Airbnb wants to do more and will be doing more in the future.
What can Airbnb do right now to really protect the data of its hosts, the hosts that have been with them for so long?
So you've mentioned that a couple of times. Do you feel that? So again, not knowing because you're a host and I'm not. What is your concern about protecting the data? In what way?
My concern is that basically Airbnb is now, it seems like we're doing all this expansion, which is unbelievable, and I think it's so great in the new movement, but basically in return, it feels like, yes, they're going to court and they're going to the battlefield, but at the same time, there's going to be a medium where they have to meet in the middle. And so if Airbnb is basically turning over the data completely in order to these cities, it puts us at risk. For instance, in New York City, if you have one infraction and they catch you by an inspector, the fines can be up to $50,000. So it's insane.
Yeah.
Just for advertising, it's $1,000 for the first infraction, $3,500, $7,000 just for advertising.
Right.
New York's pretty insane, but
that was the new law that was passed.
But what
new law that the governor signed?
Exactly. Right. But what I'm saying is, like, what can they do to really prevent sharing the data? Based on an information subpoena, just as an example.
Do you have a card or something on you? I mean, I've heard something like that. I'd rather the legal department answer that.
Sure.
Answer that. I think what they share is kind of aggregated data as opposed to individual data.
You mentioned something about like a cap on the number of days you could.
I don't have a card on me, but I can get your contact information. Do you have an email?
Okay. Yeah. It's MikeNutterLLC.com.
But so you asked about a certain number of days, like being capped. Like how many days?
Yeah,
how many days
cities have caps.
How many days is too many days? Is there a uniform? Like, do you think that hosts should be able to rent 365 days a year?
Every city is different. Some have caps, some don't. The ones that do have caps, they're all
But do you think do you think that hosts should have the ability to rent 365 days per year?
100%, because it basically, you look at unemployment rate, like it's, the unemployment rate's through the roof, I mean, that's what they were talking about in our presidency, and the thing is, you're basically...
Is that the position of Airbnb as well? I would like to get both sides of this. So you don't have a concrete number for what's too many or too few?